Hi everybody, I'm back and today I'm going to show you all how to make fettuccine chicken Alfredo. Here's what you will need. You will need chicken breast, you will need broccoli florets, you will need fettuccine. And so what I like to use, I use this 12-ounce box and just a little bit out of another, and that makes the perfect amount for the 5 of us here. Alright, so let me show you real quick. I have my noodles boiling over here in salted water, and all I'm going to do is cook these for 11 minutes and they're perfectly done. Okay, so then you will need some chicken broth, heavy whipping cream, half and half, Parmesan cheese. You will need butter and parsley. In this bowl here, I have chicken seasoning, black pepper, and herbs de Provence. Okay, so then what we're going to do, let's come over here to our pan. I have a skillet here. I'm going to turn it up on a medium high, and I have a little bit of oil in the pan, just enough to coat the pan. Alright, and what I'm going to do, once this oil starts to heat up, I'm going to add some butter. Okay, meanwhile we need to come over here to our beautiful chicken breasts and let's get them seasoned. I've rinsed the chicken breast off with lime, cold water, and a little bit of vinegar, and now I'm going in right now and I'm going to season these bad boys up. Alright, this is our dinner for tonight, and it's going to be so tasty. Now when you're making this, it's up to you if you would like to slice these ahead of time before cooking them, or you can cook them whole like I'm going to, and then what I like to do is let them rest for a few minutes, and then I'll slice them to the desired size that I would like. Alright, so then let's get a little bit of parsley on there. For you all that know me, you know I love parsley. I love the color that it gives. I put parsley on just about everything. Okay, there's that. I'm going to keep an eye on my noodles because I don't want to overcook them. That's the worst thing that you can have is overcooked noodles, right? Okay, what we're going to do, let me grab a fork because I'd like to go in and turn these over just like so. Alright, this is 4 breast, and then what we're going to do is season this other side in the same manner. Alright, get them well seasoned. Make sure you season up your foods, guys. Only season you have to really worry about is salt. Everything else, you get that seasoned down in there, and let's get some flavor in these dishes, guys. You hear me? Absolutely. So now, today I was at the mall and I ran into such a lovely lady. She was so beautiful. She was so nice, and she had told me that she watches my channel. I was so grateful to have met her. Like I said, she was such a beautiful lady, and she gave me the sweetest hug. And I wanted to I didn't catch her name. I did not catch her name, and I'm so upset with myself for not getting her name. But I wanted to give her a shout out and say, hey, and tell your daughter and everybody else that watches the channel that I said hello. Absolutely. And it was so nice to meet you today. But I definitely wanted to mention that because that meant so much to me. So my noodles are almost done. Over here, I'm heating up my oil in the pan for the chicken. And now what I can do, I can go ahead and put some butter in here. Let's come over this way. We're going to put some butter in this pan. All right. And then we're going to start searing up these chicken breasts. All right. Everything that I make in this kitchen, guys, is so easy and yet so tasty. Nothing that I make in this kitchen is hard. You hear me? Nothing. Let's get this butter nice and bubbly. Absolutely. I love to do the butter and the oil. The oil holds up at a high temperature so it doesn't burn. And I feel like the butter gives us flavor, because butter will burn at a high temperature. So you can't use, you know, like too much of it. Once this gets to a nice boil, well, not boil, but you see how it's starting to sizzle? That's what we're wanting. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to taste one of my noodles and see if it's done. And like I said, you want to cook your noodles just 11 minutes only. It turns out perfect every time. I kind of lost track of the time. Let's see. So I'm going to taste one. Maybe about 3 or 4 more minutes. See how my butter and oil is starting to sizzle? That's what I'm looking for. And then we're going to go in and throw our breast in. Let me get a plate that I can lay my breast on when I'm done. Looks like the plate that I was looking for is washing in my dishwasher. So when I put the video on pause, I'll grab another one. See that bubble? That's what we're looking for before we put our breast in. All right, because we don't want it to steam. We want it to sear and get a nice golden brown color. All right, so now there's one thing that I left off of my chicken breast on the other side. And that, of course, is the parsley on this side. And we're just going to put some on there. All right, just like so. All right, when I told everyone I was making fettuccine chicken Alfredo, everybody said, oh, okay, sounds good. And I thought the same thing. It's been at least a year since I've made this, so we're about due for this. Okay, let's come in over here and just lay it just like so. And I have this on a medium-high heat. All right, and we're not going to go in bothering it and picking it up with the fork. We're just going to let it sear and get nice and golden brown. And I'm hoping that I can put all of these in. Let's see, can I fit the other one in, guys? It would be so nice if I could. And I think I can. I'm going to make him fit. Get in there, you bad boy. All right, beautiful. So we're going to let this get nice and brown. I'm going to take my noodles out, and I'll be back, everyone. Okay, everyone, so our noodles have been drained. I've rinsed them with cold water so the cooking process can stop. Is the reason why I rinsed them with cold water. Now, let's make our way back over to our beautiful chicken breast. And now over here I have some broccoli steaming. All right. So then let's grab my fork. And I think it should be about time to turn them because I can start to see, let's zoom in a little bit. I can start to see a nice golden brown color around the edges. Okay, beautiful. See that? Oh yeah. Oh, that's flavor. You hear me? That is flavor. And that's what we want, guys. And make sure when you season your meats, you season them on both sides. Get you some good flavor in there. You hear me? Don't just think you're going to chop up that meat, boil it, or, you know, or just bake it unseasoned and throw it in your noodles. You're not going to have any flavor that way. You want to season them up, guys. Sear them a little bit in some oil and some butter. Ooh-wee. Here's the thing. Look at these breasts, guys. Hold on. My cord is pulling. I'm charging my camera. All right, look at this. Like this right here. This is flavor. I could take that breast right there and put it on some potato bread with some mayonnaise, lettuce, and tomato, and I'd be satisfied. You hear me? I know how to eat. I know how to eat, guys. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Absolutely. Okay, so while we're waiting on our beautiful broccoli to steam, you don't want to cook your broccoli too long, all right? Just cook it long enough because it's going to still cook in the dish once we put it in there. Now, it's really up to you if you want to have your broccoli separate from the dish or if you want to put it in the dish. I'm going to be putting my broccoli in the dish today, all right? So then, what I've done with my cutting board, since I had the raw chicken on the cutting board and I'm going to need to cut the chicken again, what I've done is I've washed my cutting board Okay, and I use a bleach solution on it. Okay, and while my cutting board is air drying, I'm going to use this cutting board for the cooked chicken. That way I don't transfer any bacteria. And that bleach solution that I like to use will clean my cutting board right up, and I never have any problems. Absolutely. Okay, so then this will be done shortly. We're going to continue to let this cook for a little while, and I'll be right back to show you all how to make a beautiful chicken Alfredo, fettuccine and chicken Alfredo. Be right back, everyone. Okay, everyone, it is time to take our beautiful, beautiful chicken breast out. Let's take a peek at the other side. Let's just see what the other side looks like. Look at this, guys. Is that beautiful? Oh, yeah, baby. All right, so let's put our chicken breast here, just like so. And what we're going to do, I'm not going to cut down into these right away. We need to let them sit so that they can rest. All right? And the reason for resting them is because if we cut down into them right now, what will happen is all of your juices will come running out. We want the meat to relax. Once this meat relaxes and the juice kind of suck back up into there, if that makes any sense to you. But that is what happens. So we're going to let them rest, and then we're going to slice down into there and put your desired slice. If you want to go slanted, that's fine. If you want to go however, if you want to do cubes, that's just fine. But you want to make sure you rest that meat. All right? So while this rests, I'm going to clean my counters up, and then I'll be right back to show you how to make this beautiful, very simple Alfredo sauce. Be right back. Okay, everyone, our chicken has rested for about 10 minutes. Now we're going to go in and just start cutting these up. Okay, and here's how I like to do. All right. Ooh, and guess what? You know I gotta taste this, right? I have to because it's so beautiful. Look at this. Perfect color, nice and juicy. You see that? And then nice and flavorful. It almost looked like we put these on the grill, doesn't it? Oh, I gotta taste that. Taste that right there. Ooh, hoo-hoo. So much flavor. And here's the thing. All it takes from you is to season it right, let it rest before you cut it, and these chicken breasts can be used for multiple recipes. Hey, it can be used for a sandwich. This can be used for a nice salad. I'm meaning to slice this, guys, but it is just shredding apart. It's so beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to continue to get slices out. And whatever shreds up, hey, it's fine. Don't worry about it, right? We're just going to eat it anyways. Let me grab a plate. And I'm going to put that chicken that's already cut here. Okay, so that I can cut the rest. I got this tiny cutting board, guys. I'm trying to work with it, right? And I'm going to do just that. Absolutely. Okay, so let's cut these. Oh, yeah. I really want to taste it again. I do. And when I'm cooking, guys, I'm always tasting. I have to taste this. I just have to. I'm going to take that right off of there. Look how juicy, guys. Taste that right there. Yeah, baby. This is going to be so delicious in those fettuccine noodles. Now, if you don't like the fettuccine noodles, hey, use you a different noodle. Absolutely. Use you another kind of noodle, whatever kind of noodle you like. Now what I did, I don't like when my noodles are very long. So what I did before I threw them in the water, I just broke them in half. Made them smaller than what they normally are. Because I don't like to go and pick my pasta up and it's just stringing like this. I don't enjoy that. So when I'm making spaghetti or a noodle like fettuccine, I cut mine. Yes, I do. All right, I'm going to continue to cut the rest of these. And I'll be right back to show you how to make our beautiful sauce, which won't be in any time because I'm almost done. Okay, everyone, our beautiful chicken's done. Our noodles are done. Now for our sauce. So then, let's take a half a stick of this butter. Some of the butter was taken off, so I'm going to come down this way. All right, let's get this to start. I'll turn towards the pan. My pan is up on high. Let's see, let's turn the thing on. All right, I got the butter going in. It's really sizzling. I had that up on high, but it'll be okay because I'm getting ready to go ahead and put in my half and half. All right, so that's a half a stick of butter. Now, I've made this with fresh garlic, and if you would like to put fresh garlic in this, what you would do is you would chop it up finely, and you would put the fresh garlic in with your butter so that it can get nice and golden brown, and right before it turns too dark is when you want to pour your half and half in to stop the cooking process of the garlic. Now, when I've made it with garlic, I didn't really care for it. And so, every time that I make it now, I just leave out the garlic. But you're more than welcome to use garlic. All right? But if you do, I highly suggest that you use fresh garlic. All right? Or you could just put the garlic powder on your chicken breast. Absolutely. So this is half and half that I'm going in with. And butter. All right? And then I need to put some heavy whipping cream in. I'm going to put the whole thing. This is a 16 ounce of heavy whipping cream. This is how I make mine, guys. And it is so easy and so good. I love to cook with cream. I love the flavor that it gives off. I love the thickness that it gives off. Let's see, I'm looking for my favorite spoon. And here it is. It's right here. Right? So again, this butter will give you a nice flavor. You hear me? So what I like to do is I go in with just a little tiny bit of chicken broth, okay? Just a little bit. That's it. That's good flavor, all right? And so we're going to turn this up to maybe a medium high. Once it starts to come to a very slight boil is when, but be very careful because milk tends to, what's the word that I'm looking for, guys? It will, we don't want the milk to burn. It'll start to burn if you don't pay enough attention to this. So you want to constantly stir it. Okay? Absolutely. Just keep a nice eye on it. Keep it on medium. And like I said, you'll start to see this come to a little boil. And when it does, I'm going to show you what to do next, okay? Because I'm going to throw that meat back in here. And then I'm going to put that Parmesan in here. Oh, man, we are cooking in here. You hear me? Yes, we are. All right, so once I start to see this bubbling, I'll be right back, everyone. Okay, everyone, I found the word I was trying to use. So what you don't want the milk to do is score, because milk can score. And what that means is it'll get stuck like to the bottom of your pan and start to burn, in other words. All right, so just kind of go in like this. And what you're seeing the green is parsley. And then what I did is I put a teaspoon of salt in here. And believe me, that salt makes a big difference. Now, if you want low sodium, most definitely use low sodium chicken broth and use a unsalted butter. All right, and when you season up your chicken, don't use any seasonings that has salt in it. Hey, no problem there. Absolutely. Everything that I make, you can make it salt-free, because I know a lot of us cannot have the salt. All right, anything that I make, you just omit that salt if you can't have it. All right, or omit the sugar if you can't have it. Sometimes if you want, you all can message me and say, hey, I can't have honey, Gina, so what can I use? And if I can get back to you on a message, if I can, I try my best to message you all back, but sometimes I just can't. But if I were to message you back about something like that, I would say, okay, if you can't use honey, use agave nectar or use Splenda or something like that, okay? So now this is getting to the point to where it's going to start. You see that? See that nice bubble through there? That's what I'm wanting. And this is at the point to where it's going to start reducing down and getting nice and thick. That's what I'm wanting this to do. Oh yeah. So now you want to be very careful and keep stirring it. Keep stirring it. Have patience, you all. If for some reason your sauce wind up getting too thick and you say, oh man, that sauce is too thick, that's why we have this chicken broth in the can behind us. Because if we need it, hey, we're going to pour some in there, right? And all that's going to do is put more and more flavor in, and it'll help thin it out. Absolutely it will. So what we're going to do, after we get our cheese in, well, we'll do it before we put our cheese in. I'm going to put that meat back in here. Oh, yes, I am. I'm going to put that meat back in here, guys. Woo-wee! And what this sauce does for this meat and these noodles is a miracle, because this recipe is so simple and yet it gives off so much flavor. Like, whew. Okay. Yes. So it's starting to reduce and it's actually starting to thicken up. All right. Just a few more minutes. We'll let this go, and then we're going to be adding our meat, our cheese, and our noodles. And over here, if I can show you, let's see, I'll bring it over this way. I have some beautiful garlic bread that we're going to have with this. Oh, you gotta have garlic bread with this, right? It wouldn't be right if you didn't have garlic bread. One of my sons doesn't like garlic bread. Yeah, he never has. Oh, he doesn't like garlic bread, or he doesn't like biscuits. So go figure that. I can't figure that for the life of me. Like I can't live without biscuits, right? And I cannot live without garlic bread. And I'm sure a lot of you can say the same thing, right? Okay, let's let this cook down and keep reducing, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone. See how our sauce is nice and bubbly? And the whole time I've been stirring this. All right, we're going to go ahead and put this beautiful, beautiful chicken breast back in. All right. So for those of you that may worry, hey, Gina, I'm not sure if my chicken was done. If you all are that person that would say that, well then, here's what will make you feel much better. You can put your chicken in here, and what will happen is your chicken will cook again in the sauce. And you know for a fact that your chicken is done. All right? So no worries. Absolutely no worries. So now what's happening right now is some of the sauce is coming off of that chicken, and it's going down into this. Some of the seasoning is coming off of that chicken, and it's going down into the sauce. I have Parmesan, and this is a finely shredded. I'm going to use this whole bag, and this is a 6-ounce bag of finely shredded Parmesan. Let's put that whole thing in there. All right, and then I have a second bag just in case. And I'm going to turn my sauce down just a little, just in case I need more cheese. After I taste it, I will decide if I need more cheese. All right, and then we're going to let this cook down. Let this cheese marry with all of these flavors and this beautiful cream and half and half. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and open up our second bag, and this is a different Parmesan. This one isn't finely, this one says finely shredded, but it's a little different than the other one. It's a little bit bigger pieces. So would that be false advertisement? Look how big that one is, and it says finely shredded. All right, so what we'll do, let this marry. Let it, yes. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'd like to grab a spoon. This is our dinner for tonight, guys, and I'm so excited. All right. Oh yeah. Now, if you wanted to, you could grab you some red pepper flakes if you're that person, or if you're that family that likes hot stuff. Hey, put you some red pepper flakes in there. Let me try this. Oh, boy, how lovely. How lovely. Okay, I'm going to grab a different spoon and put this one in the sink. I have to try it again. It's so, the flavor. And now, if you wanted to, you can absolutely use a little bit of white wine. And I will suggest just a pinch, not a pinch, just a dash of it. And it does change the flavor, but if you're a person that doesn't like white wine, you don't have to. Okay, you see, I'm not using it today, but I have used white wine in the past. Look at this, guys. Taste that sauce. And you can taste the cheese and all of those spices. It's so beautiful. Let me taste again. I love it. I'm so happy with this sauce. Beautiful. I'm going to let this cook down for 5 minutes. 5 more minutes. And then what will happen during those 5 more minutes? This will reduce a little bit more and get a little bit more thicker. And then we're going to pour this right over top of our noodles, guys. And we have Fettuccine Chicken Alfredo 101. Guys, if you never had this, you better make you some. And try this recipe. Your friends and family will go berserk over this. You hear me? Look at this. And look at all the meat that I only used, what, 4 chicken breasts? But this is filled with chicken. Just filled with it. I'm so pleased with this. Absolutely. And don't you dare forget the broccoli. Either have broccoli on the side or just throw it right on in with your dish. And that's what I'm going to do towards the end. I'm going to throw my broccoli in right at the last minute so that it doesn't overcook. Be right back, everyone. Okay, everybody, check me out. Now, here's what I'm going to do. In this saucepan that I've cooked the sauce in is so heavy, so please bear with me, guys. All right, look at this. Pour it right on in there, okay? And you all will say, Gina, how do you know if you have enough noodles? What I did was I didn't put all of the noodles in there that I cooked. That way, you don't want to have too many noodles. If I don't have enough, then I can add. You always want to start out with a little bit. And then if I have too less, like I said, if I have too less, I can add. All right? But if you have too much, you can't really take away from it. So it actually looks like I can use some more noodles. See how soupy it is? Ooh, but it looked good though, right? Yes, it does. Now what we're going to do, go ahead and throw your broccoli right on in. Absolutely. Get that in there, guys. My husband and these kids are so excited for this meal. It's been such a long time since I've made this, and my husband loves it. Yes, he does. So he'll be so excited. All right. Ooh, I just splattered sauce on my stove, and you know I gotta get that up, right? I can't take a dirty stove. Okay, so I'm gonna put some more noodles in. See, these are the leftover noodles that I didn't use. So let's throw some in. Let's start off with a little bit. Like I said, it's better to start off with little than put too much. And I have the stove turned off. Okay, you don't want the stove on while we're mixing because everything is cooked. Okay, I feel like if you have your stove on while you're mixing this, what will happen is your sauce will reduce down a little too much and you'll have one dry, excuse me guys, I'm wiping my stove down, you'll have one dry dish. This right here is beauty. This is done. If you all enjoyed this video, hey, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And make sure you click on that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload one of these awesome recipes. All right, this is parsley because it's beautiful. I'm going to put some red pepper flakes in, but I'm only doing a little bit because, you know, me and a 9-year-old, we're not fans of hot stuff. But I'm going to put just a little in there for the ones that are. Okay? Just a little tiny bit. And if they want something to wake, you know, if they want something to wake up, I'm going to put that red peppers right beside their plate so they can add it if they'd like to. Ooh. All right, I'm going to make a plate. I'm going to taste it and let you all know what I think. All right? Be right back, everyone. Okay, everyone, there's one thing that I wanted to tell you because a lot of you might say, how much of the half and half did she use? This is a 32 fluid ounce of half and half. Now, I've used just about all of it. There is about this much left in there, and what you can do with this, when you go to heat it up tomorrow, if you have leftovers, you pour that right in there, right? When you're going to go heat it up, and pour you a little bit, because we only use a little bit of chicken broth. Pour you a little bit of that chicken broth in there, put the lid on it, and let it heat up, okay? And then it'll loosen up a little bit, because you know, once it goes in the refrigerator, it'll get a little tight. All right, so I've used most of this 32 ounce. And then the heavy whipping cream, we used the whole bottle, and that was a 16 ounce. All right? So I'm glad that I went over that so a lot of you, you know, won't be confused of that. All right, let's make this plate, guys. Okay, everybody, let's dig in. Here's my bowl. Okay, hold on, guys. I got parsley on my camera. All right, here's my bowl. Look at this. Would you look at this, guys? Ooh-wee. I know you guys see that meat right there, right? Oh, look at this. First thing I want you to do is look at the sauce and look how it thickened up. And I know a lot of you are like, how does that thicken up? She didn't use cornstarch, she didn't use flour. It's okay, but it thickens up, guys. It thickens up. Now look at this. Look how beautiful. Taste that right there. I just want you all to taste that right there. All right, I'm going in, guys. Wow. It's so good. This, for some reason, boy, it's good. It reminds me of broccoli and cheese soup. I'm talking about the sauce. The sauce is, woo, that sauce is good. All right, here we go, guys. And I want you all to taste this. I'm going to let you taste the noodles. And then I'll let you taste the meat. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look at this. Look how beautifully coated that is. See that? We ain't got no dry noodles in here, guys. Everything's well coated. Let's give this a try. God bless this meal. Thank you, Jesus, for feeding me another meal today. Taking care of me and blessing over my family, Jesus. I love you and I can't do anything without you, Lord. Amen. All right, here we go. Here we go. Ooh. All right. Oh, boy, is that good. And make sure, guys, promise me that you will not overcook your noodles. Cook them for 11 minutes and take them out. Rinse them off in cold water so that the cooking process can stop. And you got you one heck of a dish. You hear me? I got to taste these noodles again, guys. All right, let's get you a piece of that meat. I know you want to taste this. Make you want to cry. Man, is it good. Let's just give you guys a taste of that meat. There you go. Taste that right there. That right there really makes me happy. All jokes aside, guys, this is really good. Make this for your mom. Make this for your dad, for your grandpop, your grandmom, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, girlfriend. Make it for the world. This is good. And this recipe you should follow. Okay, taste this, guys, because I'm ready to chomp. I'm ready to chomp this fork down. Hold on. Boy, so good. Oh yeah. Bite that right there. Oh, such a great dish, guys. I'm going in. I'm not kidding, guys. You have to try this. You have to try this. And don't you dare go out and get that pre-canned Alfredo sauce. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Make Gina's Alfredo sauce. You'll love me for it, guys. Look at this. Bite right there. Ooh. No jokes. Ooh. Give me that broccoli. Oh yeah. And as always, God bless you all. Have a great night. And thank you all for watching. I love each and every one of you. Good night. I can eat me some more. I'm talking, we talking about good. You hear me? This right here. Oh my Lord, have mercy. This is good. If you don't make it, you're missing out, guys.